meeting to order at this time. The first order of business tonight is a public hearing. Public hearing is for ordinance number 2022-14.
City of Port Oglethorpe Code of Ordinances by creation of the Lafayette Road Overlay District. An ordinance to amend the Code of Ordinances, City of Port Oglethorpe, Georgia, to adopt the Lafayette Road Overlay District, to amend the city's Unified Developmental Code, Chapter 2, Article 3, Section 3.2, to address the issues of public safety, health, and general welfare of the citizens and sojourners of the city of Port Oglethorpe, to provide for the use, vision, and architectural character of the Lafayette Road Overlay District, to provide for development and redevelopment of land, uses, and buildings in the Lafayette Road Overlay District, to amend the official code, to amend the official city zoning map at Chapter 2, Article 1, Section 1.2, to provide for provisions therein as authorized by state law, to provide for modifications, to provide for severability, to repeal conflicting ordinances or parts thereof, to provide for an adoption effective date, and for all other purposes allowed by law. Is there anyone here that would like to speak either in favor of or in opposition of the ordinance to adopt the overlay district? Mayor, it doesn't appear that anyone's present either for or against the overlay district ordinance.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. This time we will call our regularly scheduled council meeting to order. If you would, Mr. Stoltz, please call the roll.
Yes, sir. Earl Gray, Mayor.
Here.
Craig Crawford, Mayor Pro Tem.
Here.
Jim Childs, Councilman.
Here.
Derek Rogers, Councilman.
Here.
Rhonda James, Council Lady.
Here.
Paula Stenick, Council Lady.
Here.
Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Let the record show we do have a quorum for tonight's meeting. This time we'll do our invocation and our pledge. Mr. Rogers, if you would, please do the invocation. Mr. Crawford, lead us in the pledge, please.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this city, Lord. Thank you for all the people that we have the opportunity to represent. Lord, give us wisdom as we conduct the business of the people of the city. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda is to set the agenda. Ms. Humes, are any additions or deletions?
Not any additions or deletions, just a shift. I would like to shift a portion of my city manager report to the appearances section.
All righty. Have a motion to approve the agenda.
motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Crawford. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Agenda is set. Next item on the agenda is the minutes from our previous council meeting. If members of council have had an opportunity to review the meetings from our regularly scheduled meeting held on March the 28th, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. James, second by Mr. Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item on the agenda is a proclamation. Council Lady James.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. We have a Child Abuse Prevention Month, which is April 2022. Whereas children are critical to Port Oglethorpe's future success, prosperity, and quality of life. While children are our most valuable resource, they are also our most vulnerable. Children have a right to be safe and an opportunity to thrive, learn, and grow in an environment that fosters healthy development. And whereas child abuse and neglect can be prevented by supporting and strengthening Port Oglethorpe's families, thus preventing the far-reaching effects of maltreatment and providing the opportunity for children to develop healthy, trusting family bonds, and consequently building the foundation of communities. And whereas effectively intervening in the lives of children threatened by abuse is a shared responsibility, and Port Oglethorpe citizens must come together so that the voices of our children are heard by all. We all must ensure that our communities are extending helping hands to children and families in need. And whereas effectively child abuse prevention strategies succeed because of partnerships created among citizens, human service agencies, schools, faith communities, healthcare providers, civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, and the business community, and whereas by providing a safe and nurturing environment for our children, free of violence, abuse, and neglect, we can ensure that Fort Oglethorpe's children will grow to their full potential as the next generation of leaders, helping to secure the future of this city, this state, and this nation. Now, therefore, I, Earl Gray, Mayor of the City of Fort Oglethorpe, do hereby proclaim April 2022 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and urge families and communities to become involved in protecting Fort Oglethorpe's children. And I believe we have Andy Johnson here from DFAC's office, Catoosa County, to get this plaque, this proclamation.
Hey, if I may, I just want to say thank you for allowing us to plant pinwheels. Pinwheels are kind of the symbol of child abuse prevention, and we have just over 50 planted on the entrance as you come in to the campus. That means that we had over 500 reports of child abuse and neglect that we responded to last year. And this time next year, we would love to plant fewer than 50 because of this proclamation. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Andy, if you'll come
Come
up.
on up, Andy.
We'll take a
Got a
picture.
little something for you. Right here in the front, it'll be fine. I'd like to present that to you from the city. We'd like to get a photo there.
Come on in here, ladies.
Do what?
Come on in.
This sideways thing.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate what you do. Next item on the agenda is appearances. I guess, Miss Hune, you're gonna have the floor. Boy, it sure does look good to see all them young people out there, though. Welcome.
It does. Thank you all for coming. We're very glad to have such a full house tonight. We've got some fun appearances tonight. A handful of staff recognitions and some volunteer recognitions, and then I'm going to turn it over now to Tony Ellis to tell us a little about the LFO Lady Warriors basketball team and their recent regional win.
Thank you, Ms. Hugh. Yes, our LFO Lady Warriors basketball team had a tremendous season this year. Last year, they went 0-20, and then this year they turned it around and went 28-2. So, what a turnaround! They were region champions, made it to the Elite Eight. They'll tell you too, they should have made it past the Elite Eight. I was there. That was a tough game, girls, but just wanted you to know we're very proud of you. You had a great year. I want to introduce their head coach, Coach Dwayne Watkins, and he's going to come up and just say a few things about some of the accolades that you received and kind of how the season went and how the turnaround went. So, Coach Watkins.
Didn't know I was supposed to do all that. First of all, thank you for the invitation. Been teaching at LFO since 2006, loving every minute of it. Been head coach since 2009. We've had some good years, but none quite as good as this year. Great group of young ladies, great group of parents that help support our program. And even though we went 0-20 last year, I knew that this year was going to be special. I know we were going to be 28-2, not really, but I knew this group was going to be good. As I say, the parents as well as the players all work hard, and those are things that help us to put together a program. We want to make this community proud. We finished a little bit short this year. When I say that, 28-2, it's not bad. But we're trying to go and take it all the way next year. Again, a lot of these young ladies will be back. We'll be losing 4 very important seniors, but the bulk of the team will be back next year, and we want to come back next year with the state championship trophy. That's our goal.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. I guess I just want to maybe have the young ladies to stand up. Everybody. Oh, we have some coming from soccer. Our soccer program, just our girls soccer, they just won the region this last week as well. So if there's some people here that want to come out and support them tomorrow, what time do you guys play? 6 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll be hosting the first round of the state with soccer tomorrow. They're coming straight from practice, and they're a big part of what we were doing, so I wanted to make sure that they come and be recognized as well. So what else do I need to do here? Oh, my coaches, look. So I have 3, look, right here. I have a pen with my coaches. They are super important to what we do. Super important, and again, I couldn't do it without them. And so they're here. Come on, let's introduce my coaches here. Come on, yeah, I know. They are all alumni. This is Carrie Miller, Greg Miller, and Krista Davis, and then this is Jasmine Jameson. And so they all play basketball at LFO, and they all are vested, and they want to help us to take this thing to a whole nother level. So again, I appreciate them. To see I have them here close to my heart. All right, what else am I needing to do?
We're going to take a picture.
Take a picture. Let's get these young ladies up here.
Come on up, girl.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
We send them back now.
I think we got it this way. They're all bunched up.
We'll go over here. Rhonda and I have seen it too.
Where do you want me to go?
All right, Rhonda, can move this way. We're moving again. That many kids together, so
Everybody ready? Okay, look up here at me first, okay? 3, 2, 1, let me get a couple pictures. Okay, now look at them. Let them get pictures of you.
Ryan, let's get one feathers up.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do feathers up. Y'all ready? Feathers up, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, ladies.
Coach Watson. We got some refreshments prepared. Take them all on back.
But we can, yeah, go ahead, that's fine.
Just follow right through there.
there's goodies back there. Go that way.
Congratulations, Coach. Congratulations.
Looking good.
There you go. Good.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for being here, Coach. Oh, look at that little one.
Congrats.
Bye, Jamie. Thanks for your support, man.
Does Brian know where everything? Okay.
I think you had everything out but the chicken.
Still bad, right?
Wow.
Cindy,
Okay.
Oh, she did. Okay.
So as the mayor mentioned, we have a reception going on next door to honor the recognitions that we're doing here tonight. It's pretty fun. It's fun for us to be able to do that. So when you've received your recognition, you may make your way into the conference room for a party. And next up, I'm going to turn it over to Council Lady Stinnett.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, about a decade ago, a local legend named Peggy Stanfield was running the Seniors and Friends. And she had an assistant who she trusted emphatically, grew to depend upon. And when she was ready to hang up her holster, she named this lady the director of Senior and Friends. Now, during this lady's term, 9 years she has been there. She has taken the seniors to the riverboat twice, and that is their most memorable events. They loved that dearly. In fact, spoke emphatically about how awesome that was. And one of the things that was mentioned to me was how it wasn't like they were just a group. In fact, she made sure that each person's individual needs were addressed. She spent that time, took her time. For holidays, she had big parties with gift cards, games, special activities, decorations, big meals, but she also made sure she addressed anything harmful, such as spam, calls. She made sure they were well informed. She provided information on special events going on anywhere in the community so that they could be a part of it, and always addressing it with her personal finesse and personal love and touch, showing she had such a passion for seniors and friends. It is with great honor that we take the opportunity to recognize tonight that special lady who devoted so much of her life to such a wonderful program. Join me, please, as we welcome Miss Karen Parker. Oh, please, would you?
Okay, yes, absolutely. I'll be brief. My friends in the back row, please. Stand up. I just want to say that Seniors and Friends of Port Oglethorpe would not have been the success that it was if I had not had these people right here by my side, as well as other members too. You know, we were all a big family, and we all still are, and that's the one thing I miss, since we don't no longer meet, is my friends, but we still keep in touch on the phone and by text and send pictures and everything, but they made it a success. It wasn't just me, so
Awesome.
I wanted to bring that up for them.
Karen, you want to join us up front and let's get a photograph. All the friends.
What are you doing, bud?
I'd love a picture, thank you.
We got to do something. I don't know why
you're missing.
Very deserving, man.
You are. She's used to Phil, and he don't like to speak. So.
What you doing, buddy? I got used to it over the years talking to the groups.
You doing all right?
Come over here, Joey, squeeze in. And we like it done. Yes, really. I know, we gotta pretend again.
Okay, look at me first. Phil, put your camera down. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Now look at Phil.
Okay. Did y'all give me rabbit ears?
No, but I'm going to give Linda a rabbit ear. No, wait a minute.
That'll work. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Thank y'all. Y'all go back and get you a piece of cake. We got some back there just for y'all.
Hey, Karen, make sure they put the Chick-fil-A second up there. Oh, okay. They were sending it out, but make sure. Thank you.
Do whatever you need to do. You got the floor.
Well, thank you very much, you guys. Please make your way into the conference room to enjoy some refreshments. And now, we've got a handful of staff recognitions that we would like to do as well. So this will be just our fun part of the meeting. So first up, let me make sure the crowds are able to get it. Okay, our city recently just hired a new finance director. His name is Phil Minton. He's here tonight for his first meeting. So Phil, why don't you come on up and tell us who you are. Stand at the podium. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. My name is Phil Minton. I'm a resident of Ringgold for about 22 years. Enjoy being at Catoosa County. My son attends Heritage High School. He'll be graduating here in a few weeks. And I'm happy to be here. I have a lot of background in accounting and working with teams. excited to be joining Molly and the other people and working with the council to do things that'll help the city and just watch and monitor the finances. I've worked in nonprofits, I've worked for a college and university, and I'm just happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Good to have you.
Okay, now we are going to recognize some of our employees who have been here for a number of years. It's time for that service recognition. So first up, I'm going to turn it over to Chief Sewell, who's going to tell us we have a couple of new officers to introduce, a handful of new officers to introduce, and one service award to give out. Take it away, Chief.
Thank you. Step up here, please. Y'all. First, I'll start out with the introductions of our recent graduates of the Georgia Law Enforcement Academy. Step up here, please. Amber Barnes. Officer Amber Barnes has previously served as a firefighter and EMT with the state of Texas and brings with her compassion and dedication to serving the community. We look forward to having her join us after FTO. Officer Will Crane has served with the United States Army, comes to us by way of the Georgia Department of Juvenile Justice. He's a graduate at Heritage High School and currently pursuing his bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Welcome, Will. And Officer Ted Jones served as a law enforcement officer with the United States Air Force, has associate's degree in education from Tennessee Temple, and comes to us from the private security sector. Welcome.
Thank you.
Wow. Impressive.
Last is somebody you guys probably know. He's been around for a long time. Officer Brian Huckabee served in the United States Navy and comes to us after serving 22 years with the Catoosa County Sheriff's Office, first as a deputy and finally as the captain of the jail. Officer Huckabee is a certified field training officer and a law enforcement instructor who will bring his many years of experience to aid in training our officers as well. After completing his own field training with the police department, Officer Huckabee will be assigned to the patrol division where he will serve as your codes enforcement officer. Welcome, Officer.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, guys.
And I hope each and every one of them will stick around as long as Lieutenant Tammy Davis. Lieutenant Tammy Davis joined the police department March 30th, 2007, and has worked her way up through the ranks, serving as patrol officer, detective sergeant, and her current position as lieutenant of criminal investigations division. In cases of crimes against children, Lieutenant Davis has proven herself to be one of the most respected and hardworking investigators. She's dedicated, professional, committed to protecting the citizens of Fort Oglethorpe, and most especially going along with April's child abuse prevention for our children. On behalf of the city and the police department, I'd like to thank Lieutenant Tammy Davis for her 15 years of service to the citizens of Fort Oglethorpe with this plaque. Thank you.
All right. For our final two service awards of the evening, we are going to recognize two gentlemen in our Public Utilities Department. So I'm going to turn it over to Courtney Johnson and Mike Housley. Come on up, guys.
How you open this?
All right, Mr. Wayne Lee, sir. Could you please come up, sir? Guys, Mr. Wayne Mays has been a dedicated employee with the city of Fort Oglethorpe for a long time. Wayne worked for the city and had another job offer a long time ago. But Wayne went to work for the city of Rossville, and we went down to the city of Rossville and we stowed him from which was one of the best things we have done. Wayne is a dedicated employee with the city. He's a 24-hour guy, and as Poppy knows, I have to call him. He comes out, and he is a great guy and a good worker for the city of Oglethorpe, and we are very thankful to have Mr. Wayne working with us, and congratulations on your 10 years.
Second time's always best too, right?
Absolutely. All right, now, with our young man, Mr. Clark, come up, the big Tennessee ball fan. Roll Tide. And for his wife, go Dogs. Mr. Clark came to us in water and wastewater, and we're very thankful that he did. He's a young man. He's the future of the water and wastewater department with the city of Fort Oglethorpe. He is motivated. He tries hard to do everything the best he can. He just recently got married, so he now got a family, and we're so proud of Clark. And he has been here 5 years, and that 5 years he served the city of Fort Oglethorpe has been a blessing to the city of Fort Oglethorpe, and we just want to thank him so very much. And he is
Your family's no longer feuding with McCoys either, right?
No.
all right.
Congratulations.
Usually we just do it with their
Yeah.
All right, thank you all very much. We are very happy that you're with us, and we're happy that you all have been with us for so long, and we hope you stay forever. So please, if you'd like, you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, or you may make your way into the reception, and we'll see you in just a little bit.
All righty, next item on our agenda tonight is ordinances. First item under ordinances is the second and final reading of ordinance number 2022-08. Mr. Stokes.
Ordinance number 2022-08, zoning amendment, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and it is hereby ordained by authority thereof, section 1, that the following property owned by William Hickson and known as map 0002G00100E, lot number 7, Vince Sparks property, Joy Street, current zoning I-1, request to be zoned C2 for an overflow lot to store cars from a repossession business. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and council. Mayor, this ordinance is ready to be considered by the council.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. I have a motion to approve. Final call for a motion to approve. We do not have a motion tonight. The rezoning does fail for lack of a motion. Next item on the agenda is the second and final reading, ordinance number 2022-09. Mr. Stokes.
Ordinance number 2022-09, zoning amendment, be ordained by the mayor and council of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and it is hereby ordained by authority thereof. Section 1, that the following property owned by Joel Sullivan and known as map 0002G098665 Patterson Avenue, current zoning R2, non-conforming use, request to be rezoned to a C1 to add addition to the building and request new addition to have the same building line as the existing building. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and council. This ordinance is ready for the council's consideration, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. I have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs and a second by Mr. Crawford. Is there any discussion? Mr. Crawford.
Yes.
Ms. Stinnett.
Yes.
Mr. Childs.
Yes.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Ms. James.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item is second and final reading for ordinance number 2022-10. Mr. Stoltz.
Ordinance number 2022-10, zoning amendment, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and it is hereby ordained by authority thereof, Section 1, that the following property owned by James Patton and known as MAP 001-3B010 Beach Road, current zoning C1, requests a special exception to allow for a veterinarian office and boarding facility without outdoor runs. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and council. Mayor, this ordinance is available for the council's consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second, sir.
Motion by Mr. Crawford and a second by Ms. Stinnett. Any discussion? Ms. James.
Yes.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Mr. Crawford.
Yes.
Ms. Stinnett.
Yes.
Mr. Childs.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item is the second and final reading of ordinance number 2022-11. Mr. Stoltz.
Ordinance number 2022-11, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and it is hereby ordained by authority thereof, Section 1, that the following property owned by Cabela's Wholesale LLC and known as MAP 0011B 25500A Deach Road, 350 Cobb Parkway, current zoning C2, requests a special exception to allow for self-storage truck and trailer rental center. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and council. Mayor, this ordinance is available for the council's consideration tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. I have a motion to approve. Last call for a motion to approve. There is no motion. Special exception request is denied. Next item, second and final reading, ordinance number 2022-12. Mr. Stoltz.
Ordinance number 2022-12, zoning amendment, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and is hereby ordained by authority thereof, Section 1, that the following property owned by Amy Faulkner and known as MAP 000-3F0352864 Lafayette Road, current zoning C1, requests a special exception to allow for an outdoor storage building. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and council. Mayor, this ordinance is available for the council's consideration tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. I have a motion to approve.
So moved, sir.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Stinnett, second by Mr. Childs. Any discussion? Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Ms. Stinnett.
Yes.
Mr. Crawford.
Yes.
Ms. James.
Yes.
Mr. Childs.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item on the agenda is second and final reading, ordinance number 2022-13. Mr. Stoltz.
Ordinance number 2022-13, zoning amendment, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and it's hereby ordained by authority thereof, that the following property owned by Tanjin M. Rajan, DUFB Investments Incorporated and known as MAP 0003C012 0001281 Battlefield Parkway, current zoning C1, requests a special exception to allow for a cigar and tobacco shop. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its adoption by the mayor and council. Mayor, this ordinance is available for consideration by the council tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. I have a motion to approve. Last call for a motion to approve. There is no motion. Special exception fails for lack of a motion. The next item is ordinance number 2022-14. Mr. Stoltz.
Just a second, Mayor.
Ordinance number 2214, amendment to the City of Fort Oglethorpe Code of Ordinances by creation of Lafette Road Overlay District. An ordinance to amend the Code of Ordinances, City of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, to adopt Lafette Road Overlay District, to amend the city's Unified Developmental Code, Chapter 2, Article 3, Section 3.2, to address the issues of public safety, health, and general welfare of the citizens and sojourners of the City of Fort Oglethorpe, to provide for the use, visual, and architectural character of the Lafette Road Overlay District, to provide for development and redevelopment of land uses and buildings in the Lafette Road Overlay District, to amend the official city zoning map at Chapter 2, Article 1, Section 1.2, to provide for the provisions therein as authorized by state law, to provide for modification, to provide for severability, to repeal conflicting ordinances or parts thereof, to provide for an adoption effective date, and for all other purposes allowed by law. Mayor, this is a third reading and available for the council's consideration tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. James, second by Mr. Rogers. Any discussion? Mr. Childs?
Yes.
Mr. Crawford?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Ms. Stinnett?
Yes.
Ms. James?
Yes.
Motion carries unanimous. Next item on the agenda is new business. Item number 1 under new business, recommendation to authorize the mayor to sign a memorandum of understanding between the City of Fort Oglethorpe and Catoosa County regarding Empire Avenue. Mr. Stoltz.
Yes, Mayor, this is a mutual agreement between the city and the county with respect to the obligations of the city and the county with respect to the installation of sewer lines along Empire Avenue. The county has already considered the agreement. This agreement was requested by our engineering staff, and the county has actually approved this agreement between them and the city, and we're asking that this city also go ahead and approve this mutual agreement, and that way we can define exactly who's responsible for the repair of the roads after the sewer lines are installed.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. I have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Crawford. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 2, recommendation to procure 2 patrol vehicles and to declare as surplus 1 2006 Ford Crown Victoria. Chief Sewell.
Mr. Mayor, Council, the Police Department recommends approval to procure 2 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe 9C1 4x4 police package vehicles from Wilson County Motors in the amount of $79,447.74. That's $39,723.87 per unit. The police department's in need of replacing 2 patrol vehicles to replace our aging units. We try to replace those vehicles at about that 10-year 2000 mark. We have a couple of vehicles, the one that we'll talk about in just a moment, the 2006, 2007 models, which are well past due to replace. These 2 new units will be marked units and will specifically be assigned to the patrol division to work on the primary goal of reducing traffic accidents and violations on Battlefield Parkway, Fant Drive, those main accident areas that we've been seeing lately. The bidding opportunity was advertised, opened, and reviewed. 1 response was received from Wilson County Motors in the amount of $79,447.74. Additionally, the police department is recommending that a 2006 Crown Victoria, currently in use, be declared surplus and made available for sale on govdeals.com. If and when this unit is sold, the funds will be deposited into the general fund, and the unit will be removed from the city's insurance policy. I request approval.
Thank you, Chief Sewell. I have a motion to approve.
So moved, sir.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Stinnett, second by Mr. Rogers. Any discussion? The reason why we going up in size?
In size?
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically going to the Tahoe in size. One, we're having issues with the Ford Explorer. We had one that we had to replace an engine on this last week, last month, that had about 5,000 miles on it. There's some issues with the Explorer models itself. Two, these units in particular need to be highly visible. These are going to be traffic units, working traffic. They may also be used for automatic license plate readers, which need a little bit more altitude to be able to see over other vehicles and to receive the picture of the license plates. So for that reason, we're looking to utilize a little bit larger vehicle. The officers that are assigned to these vehicles will also be attending traffic reconstruction for accidents, and they'll have other additional gear to be carrying as well.
Very good. Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 3, recommendation to procure 2 Motorola APX mobile radios. Chief Sewell.
Yes, sir. The police department recommends approval to procure 2 Motorola APX mobile radios from Motorola Solutions in the amount of $7,778.34. The police department intends to purchase the 2 vehicles we just discussed, and the council has approved. And the units need to be outfitted with mobile radios. Motorola radios are the standard equipment installed in the police vehicles, so keeping with that standard equipment, I requested these be approved.
Thank you, Chief Sewell. I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second, sir.
Motion by Mr. Crawford, second by Ms. Stinnett. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 4, recommendation to procure 2 emergency lighting and equipment packages, including installation. Chief Sewell.
The police department recommend approval to procure 2 emergency vehicle lighting and equipment packages and installation from West Chatham Warning Devices for a total amount of $27,549.58. The police department intends to purchase the 2 vehicles previously discussed and approved by the council, and the units will need to be outfitted with emergency vehicle and lighting equipment. The police department solicited quotes from multiple companies and received 2 responses for this equipment and services. West Chatham Warning Devices provided the lowest responsible quote in the amount of $27,549.58. If this procurement is approved, the equipment will be installed within 3 business days once the vehicles are delivered. These vehicles will be ordered on May 18th. The construction of these vehicles won't begin until July, and we expect delivery sometime in October. So,
thank you, Chief Sewell. Have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second, sir.
Motion by Ms. James, second by Ms. Stinnett. Any discussion?
It'll be like Christmas in the police department.
Christmas.
It's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
That ought about give you a new fleet.
Our fleet of nearly 34 vehicles with a couple of extras. We have 32 sworn officers. We have 32 vehicles assigned to officers when we're fully staffed. We're almost there. We've got 2 positions open, and we've got 4 valuable applicants at the moment. I suspect that the police department will be fully staffed no later than July this year. Our fleet, if we're going to not replace 10 vehicles at a time like we did in 2014, we replaced 10. It was over $500,000 in SPLOST funds. We've got to replace 3 to 4 vehicles on an annual basis to get them on a 10-year, 120,000-mile rotation. So, yes, sir, we'll have 2 additional vehicles this year.
All righty. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda, City Manager's Report. Ms. Hugh.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The city will be closed this Friday in observance of Good Friday, April 15th. All city services scheduled for that day will be covered the following week on Monday and Tuesday as catch-ups. Also, just a reminder to everybody, we are still taking questions for the the package store sales application process. The application period is open until April 25th at 5 p.m. Please submit your applications to the clerk's office at that time. If you have questions, please email them to us, and we will gladly get them posted on the FAQ list that's updated every couple of days. And then finally, we have Clean Catoosa is Saturday, April 23rd. So between now and the next time we meet, Clean Catoosa will be having an event throughout the entire county. Please contact Tina Pinkston at Lyft if you'd like to volunteer. You can also give us a call and we'll be happy to put you in touch. That's it for me.
Thank you, Ms. Hugh. Next item on the agenda is the mayor and council comments. I have one item for tonight. Fort Oglethorpe Housing Authority has asked that we do some reappointments on their board, which is I am allowed to do. They didn't meet a whole lot through COVID. They're starting to go back with in-person starting next month. They've had some terms that expired during COVID, and they've had some that has requested that they not be reappointed. So the following reappointments and new additions are going to be added. Mr. Harold Reed will be reappointed. Ms. Tara Webb is requested not to be put back on the board. She is going to be replaced by Miss Bernice Brock. Miss Susan Hutchison has requested to stay on the board, so we will reappoint her. Sam Bowers, whose term expired at the end of last year, has requested to be reappointed. We will reappoint Miss Bowers. Jason Thomas, his term hasn't expired yet, but it is expiring this year. So to get them all back on board where they need to be, Jason Thomas will be reappointed. And that's the new appointments and reappointments to the Fort Oglethorpe Housing Authority. Mr. Childs.
Yes, I want to say congratulations again to the Lakeview LFO girls basketball team. Appreciate them all coming in. I also appreciate our directors and the long-term employees that we have. It says a lot for our city. So I'm proud to be a councilman, and I am proud of our employees and directors. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Child. Mr. Crawford.
Yeah, I would just reiterate what Councilman Child said is congratulations to our women's basketball team. I know that's a great achievement. I know they didn't mention of it, but something was unique is they had 5 sets of sisters on that team. So good thing flu bug didn't go around there, take out the whole team. But that was very impressive and well deserved. They were fun to watch. Also, congratulations to all of our employees that with their service awards tonight, and our new police officers and everything. Good job, Chief Sewell. You've done a good job. We're getting there, aren't we? Feeling it. So feeling every spot. So good place to come to work. And I know Coach Ellis hadn't touched on it. He's mentioned it several times, but I'll just add this Saturday is our opening day ceremonies parade, starting off at 9 a.m. and then it'll be followed by the ceremony introducing all the players that's come through, and they've met continuously since the first of the year, and it's going to be a good event. And we know it's good because Charles's wife Amy, she was involved, and if she's involved with something, it's going to be good. So it's going to work. So and last, I hope everybody has a happy Easter this weekend. So it's spring is here. I know the weather hasn't felt like it, but hopefully it'll start warming up. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, I'd also like to say congratulations to the girls. We got to go to a lot of the games, and my daughter's 9, and she loved going, and it really gave her something to look up to and kind of strive for. And I really appreciated how they handled themselves and how they competed. It was just a beautiful thing to watch. I'd also like to congratulate Chief Sewell. I think getting nearly fully staffed in this environment. It's pretty incredible, and I didn't know if we'd get there, to be honest with you, and we're just right there. So I think that's a testament to your leadership over there and the things that you've got going in that department. So congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Ms. James?
Going along with the congratulations with everyone, I say thank you to everyone too for their hard work and being here all these years. This month is the Child Prevention Awareness Month, and it's also Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And there's gonna be a walk at the Ringgold Market Pavilion on April 28th at 5:30 p.m. It's gonna be a walk and food and music and a live butterfly release. So if everyone can come out to that, that's April 28th at 5:30. That's all.
Thank you, Ms. James. Ms. Stinnett?
Yes, sir. Clean Catoosa, April 23rd. We have over 30 people going to be volunteering at Honor Park, a tribute to those who serve. So anyone else, follow up with City Manager Molly's comments, contact Ms. Pinkston, and come on, we can always use more hands on the field. Secondly, on May 14th from 10 until 12, we will be honoring all of our military and honoring our law enforcement. Chief Sewell will be present so that we can especially honor he and his crew on that day, as well as having an art sale and exhibit. All benefits will go to the Children's Advocacy Center. And then, as the season of Lent is drawing to a close, let us focus on that sacrifice, the compassion and mercy that has been extended to each of us. Let us strive to be a little more like kindness, a little more like grace, and a little more like Jesus, because he is risen indeed. Happy Easter, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Stinnett. Next item on the agenda is adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second. Motion by Mr. Crawford and a second by Mr. Childs. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.